Hi friends, welcome to Chew. Today's topic is why you can miss things happening right in front of you. We may believe we're truly attentive, yet a large portion of us experience the ill effects of what's, in actuality, a blind side. It's not a region of vision we can't see, it's simply that we tend to miss changes in what we're taking a gander at and focusing on. It's called change visual deficiency, and it's simply the way our psyches work. The New York Times characterized it as the incessant failure of our visual framework to identify changes to something gazing us straight in the face. Psychologists have been attempting to comprehend the marvel since the mid-2000s. In any case, as the colloquialism goes, the initial step is acknowledging you have an issue. Need to take a little visual test to perceive how changed days you may be? We will expect you missed at any rate some of these. We beyond any doubt did. It appears as though there's not really anything that is too huge for us to miss. Two specialists, Michael Isink and Mark Keene, refer to for very well the stunning after effect of an analysis from the point of interest 1998 investigation of progress visual impairment done by Daniel J. Simons and Daniel T. Levin. For instance, Simons and Levin, 1998, completed investigations in which members began to have a discussion with an outsider. This outsider was then supplanted by an alternate outsider amid a short intrusion, for example, an expansive protest interfering with them. Numerous members just did not understand that their conversational accomplice had changed. Yipes! All in all, what's happening here? There are a couple of various hypotheses, however they all come down to a straightforward actuality: we have constrained assets for giving careful consideration. Jeremy Wolf told The Times, "The essential issue is that significantly more data arrives on your eyes than you can break down and still wind up with a sensible measured mind." Simons recommends that since we do not have the transfer speed to center around everything, we pick the things and see that issue, fundamentally blocking out what goes on somewhere else. This is called particular consideration, and various assortments of it have been proposed. Another method for managing our restricted consideration limit is to make suspicions in light of related knowledge, something that really might be a more successful system in reality than it is when taking a gander at pictures in a test. Throughout everyday life, we don't anticipate that a mountain will vanish, so for what reason would we try to continue checking for a wonder such as this, or for a man's shirt shading to change, for instance? Furthermore, note C. Bruce Goldstein, creator of sensation and perception, when things change throughout everyday life, we have motivation to anticipate that them will have an excess of one approach to stand out enough to be noticed. He tells very well, one reason individuals figure they would see the progressions might be that they know from past encounters that progressions that happen, all things considered, are typically simple to see. However, there is an imperative distinction between changes that happen, in actuality, and those that happen in change discovery tests. Changes that happen, all things considered, are regularly joined by movement, which gives a signal that shows a change is happening. Different things may influence one's level of progress visual impairment, for example, age, the way in which objects are exhibited, and the nearness of psychoactive medications. One investigation by researchers at Queen Mary, University of London proposes that the progressions we see minimum are changes in hues. Obviously, purposely diverting a man likewise makes it more probable that something gets away from their notice. Or on the other hand perhaps it doesn't, on an oblivious level. There is look into that recommends we might be vulnerable to being affected by things we don't know we've taken note. In tests, following has uncovered movements to take in something subjects aren't mindful of taking a gander at. When test subjects are solicited to figure the area from a change they didn't see in a visual scene, they hit the nail on the head at above chance rates. Intriguing. A man encountering change visual impairment has no motivation to believe a major issue wills them, however it can absolutely have genuine outcomes in case you're driving, or, for instance, working diligently as an air movement controller. Missing changing conditions in either case can be lethal. It's additionally one reason onlooker declaration in the court is frequently questionable, and it can cause you shame when you mix up somebody for another person. Past that, It's an abnormal little hole in our authority of our lives, reminding us exactly how keenly, but, evidently questionably, our brains capture complex reality. It does bring up an issue, however, just what amount would we say we are absent? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to POSCHU.